voter registration form even though I told you I was a green card holder.
I'm just a green card holder. Like,
it seemed like before you were about to accept my voter registration form even though I told you I was a green card holder.
I'm just a green card holder. Like, so you're not going to report me if I do this, because
No. We accept anything that comes over the counter. You know, we have people who come in here and they have legal situations and they register, they weren't a citizen, boom, 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 so.
How often do things like that happen? Right now, I'm in front of 200 Varick Street in New York City, New York, and inside this building on the 10th floor is an office of the New York City Board of Elections. Now, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to pose as a non-citizen Canadian green card holder.
I'm a green card holder from Canada.
And I'm just going to see how far I can get in the voter registration process. So, let's see what happens.
So I talked to a gentleman before and he said he could help me with registering to vote. It's my first time. So what do I have to show you guys?
Everything you fill out, you swear in an affidavit that everything you're putting down is true, and that's it. Can I have a seat, fill it out?
Oh, got it, okay. I'm a green card holder from Canada.
Okay, yeah, you gotta be a citizen. I wouldn't fill it out.
You wouldn't fill it out?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be a citizen to fill it out.
Notice that he doesn't tell me it would be illegal to complete the application as a non-citizen, only that he doesn't recommend it. From here, things get even more concerning.
The reason why somebody told me that they were a green card holder and that they came in and then they submitted and they were good.
We can't stop you from submitting the application, and if it goes through, but most likely, because they don't do like a full background check, but once in a while, you know, we have people who come in here and they have legal situations and they register, they weren't a citizen, boom, 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 so.
This is a direct admission that non-citizens are in fact registering to vote, something that many claim is a conspiracy theory.
All right, here's the deal. To be honest with you, I'm really against everything that's going on right now, and I'm trying to do my part. So, like, do you mind if I fill this out, or like, is it okay with you?
It's up to you. That's like, I can't tell you what to do. If you want to fill it out, fill it out. But everything is clearly stated, especially at this bottom. It says American citizen. So I'm just letting you know. If you fill that out and you're not, you know, if it comes back to you, it comes back to you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we accept anything that comes over the counter. You know.
But you're not going to report me or something like that?
No, I'm not. No, we don't report anyone. Whoever fills that application out comes to us.
But I'm just a green card holder. Like, I don't want to get. So you're not going to report me if I do this, because
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's not my job to report anyone. My job is just to collect the application and put it and submit it to the department.
Under New York election law, Section 17106, any election officer who willfully violates any provision of the election law relative to the registration of electors is guilty of a felony. It would be a criminal offense for this worker to process my voter registration after I admitted to being a non-citizen.
Can I take this with me? Is that okay?
Yeah, take one of these. Yeah, you take that, or take another. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But just to be clear, if I do this, you will be able to submit it for me, not a problem.
Yeah, we'll submit it. That's, because we can do our background check on you. We just collect it, this and that, and that's it.
Okay.
I mean, we're going off your word. I mean, if you check off, because at the top will ask you, you citizen or not. You just check yes or you check no. We get registrations come to the mail. Whatever comes through, we accept, and then it's submitted.
We walked out of the office and ultimately didn't submit any application, as doing so would be illegal. We later returned to try to get more information from this worker. However, when we did so, he seemed to get suspicious of us and consulted a coworker. He then changed his tune and refused to accept our application. Despite this, it seems from our first interaction that this worker was willing to accept my voter registration application when I initially claimed that I was not a U.S. citizen. How many non-citizen voter registration applications has this worker or his coworkers accepted? Why did he suggest he would process my application? We asked him ourselves. Here's what he had to say. This is the gentleman who was about to accept my voter registration form the first time we went in when I said that I was just a green card holder. Here he is now. He doesn't want to atone for what happened. You mentioned to me that you've had situations where non-citizens have registered to vote. Can you tell me more about that? Can you tell me a little more about that? It seemed like before you were about to accept my voter registration form even though I told you I was a green card holder. How often do things like that happen? I just want to know, so you were about to accept my voter registration form the first time until upper-level management got involved. How many, if any, non-citizen voter registration forms do you guys process? How often does that happen? Because it seemed to me like you were about to accept my form. Can I get an idea of how commonplace this is? Are you concerned about the integrity of our elections? Can we get your name? Can you tell us any information? Because we're pretty concerned. Can we ask you a couple questions, man? Come on. You're just going to do us like that? This is not a good look. So this is the situation out here in New York City at these centers where voter registration applications are taken in and processed. There is no requirement to show a ID or social security or any sort of proof of identification. Nothing like that. All you have to do is sign an affidavit that states that you are an American citizen, and that is it. You don't have to bring any sort of documentation to corroborate that fact. This is one of the many potential threats to our electoral system here in the United States of America.